lying. Hi, Grandpa Kyle. No, Michael is not here at the moment. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great. I'll see you then.
What did he say?
They're coming over for dinner tonight.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know what you're going to cook them, but I'll be over at the Sizzler.
Michael, there is no reason we can't get along for one night.
There is one reason. My father. All he wants to do is, dog me.
Baby, all you gotta do is talk to him, please. Do it for me, okay?
I don't know if I can do that.
Michael, your mother's no picnic for me either, but it's just a few times a year.
That's a few too many times.
And it's not about us. They want to see their grandchildren.
Well, we'll send them pictures.
Well, I'm glad they're coming over. I need the cash.
Hey, no asking your grandfather for money.
But he forces it on me. He folds it up in his hand and shoves it into my pocket. What am I supposed to do?
Be naked. I bet he won't shove it into that pocket. Look, baby, we should discuss this in private.
Daddy, it's not like we haven't heard this before.
Oh, is that a fact?
Nanny gets on Mommy's nerves.
Okay, excuse us, please. Junior, Claire, go get ready for school.
What about me?
I want you to go watch them get ready.
Yeah!
Dad, I got a date Saturday with this hot cheerleader. And you know they're high maintenance, so please let them come over. I need the extra cash.
Go!
Okay, baby, so let's try to make it different this time. I'll try to get along with your mother. You try to get along with your father.
I'm not sure I can.
Michael, your father's getting older. You're your own man. You got to stop fighting these battles from when you were a kid.
But there's no reasoning with him. The man is totally irrational. Do you know he hasn't talked to my mother directly in over 20 years?
Yeah, that's got to stop, too, Michael. If there was one thing I could change about your parents, that would be it. It's setting a bad example for the kids.
Well, if there's one thing I could change about my parents, it'd be my father. I'd have Barry White as a father. And I'd have a low, slow, deep voice. And a wet jerry curl going on. And a big fat ass that women love.
Speaking of women, I want to talk about your son and his so-called girlfriend of his.
What's the problem?
The girlfriend.
What's wrong with her?
She exists. Michael, he is way too young.
Yeah, for a girlfriend, but not for a girlfriend.
And the difference is?
Clothing, whether it's on or off.
Just help me talk to him, please. Michael, he is 16.
And?
And you remember what happened to me when we were 16?
Oh, yeah, Junior.
Come in. Oh, this is bad.
What's the matter?
Both of you here at the same time?
Look, your mother and I want to talk to you about this girlfriend of yours.
Oh, you mean Lorraine?
Lorraine? I never met a Lorraine that wasn't a slut.
Really?
Baby, maybe I should talk to Junior alone.
Fine. I just want to say one thing. You bring any babies in this house, you're going to be sorry. You hear me, boy? I am too young and too fine to be a grandmother.
Son, sit down, please. All right. What's the deal with Lorraine?
Well, Mom was right. She's ready.
Ready for what?
You know, get together. Do it.
And how do you know this?
You can tell. Girls can't hide it when they want it. They get that look.
What's the look?
You know, the look.
Kiss me, you fool.
Come on, Dad. This girl's got a reputation. She's been out with the entire football team. Even the assistant coach.
Listen, Junior, when you have sex for the first time, you're going to remember it forever. It's going to be the most memorable 30 seconds of your life. So you want to do that with someone very special. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get to know this girl. Treat her like a lady. Okay, then bring her by to meet us. And if you still want to bump privates after that, we'll talk about it.
I've been talking for 16 years. I want to have sex.
Having sex is a lot different than you've been imagining.
How?
For one thing, there's another person in the room.
Hey, you all right?
Yeah, I'm just not going to let him get to me. That's all. Hey, Ma.
Ooh. God, it's cold out there. Sure glad I got here.
It's warm in here. I'm sure glad I don't have hemorrhoids.
Oh, where are the kids?
Junior's not home yet, and the girls are upstairs.
Oh.
So who am I supposed to talk to?
Well, I thought we could talk together.
Why?
Hey, let's all just sit down and get comfortable.
Yeah. So, Jay, would you, tell Mrs. Kyle to pass me those chocolates?
Anne, would you please pass your husband the chocolates?
Oh, I'd be delighted. But you might want to tell Mr. Kyle that this chocolate is no good for his cholesterol.
Chocolate's no
Tell Mrs. Kyle I appreciate the concern.
He appreciates it.
These are good.
So, Dad, how you feeling these days?
Well, my knees hurt, my ankles hurt, my elbows hurt. I got a crick in my neck, and I can only turn it this far to the left. And that's the side with the most mobility. My cholesterol is up over 250. I'm sitting here eating chocolate, and my heart could attack me any minute.
You know, you've been saying that you've been in pain since the day I was born.
Because that's when the pain started.
Girls, can you come down here, please?
Well, at least I accomplished something great in my life.
Yeah, well, it sure wasn't your grades in school.
That's because you always help me with my homework. I asked you what Bunker Hill was. You told me that's where they filmed All in the Family.
That's what I thought.
No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am. No, you're not.
Hey, come on.
Yes, I am.
Stop it. What's going on here?
She says she's your favorite.
But I just know it's me. So would you just please just tell her?
All right. I'm going to tell you both the truth. My favorite is always the one who is on my mind at the time that I say you're my favorite.
So, who's your favorite right now, Daddy?
Grandma.
Oh, you were always my favorite, too.
Thanks, Ma.
Kenny was always my favorite child.
Well, you know, the thing about Kitty, I always liked the girls he brought home.
Mother, would you please tell my little sister to stop sticking her tongue out at me? Mommy, would you please tell my older sister?
Oh, God, it's contagious.
Hey, everybody. This is Lorraine. Lorraine, this is everybody. Okay, let's go.
Hey, hello, Lorraine. I'm Michael. That's my father. That's Katie. That's Claire. That's my wife. And that's my mother.
She got the booze.
That's rude.
We apologize. Would you like to come in and sit down?
No, thanks. Junior said all I had to do was come in and meet you.
Well, you know, I think that's great, Junior. Bringing your girl by to meet the family. In fact, I want you to buy this young lady a hamburger and a shake on me. How about?
I can't take that, Grandpa.
Why not?
I have no idea.
I told him not to take money from you, Dad. I want him to appreciate the value of $1.
Oh, okay. Lorraine, will you take this money?
Sure.
Case closed. Come on, sit down. So I gave your father a spanking and sent him to bed.
Daddy got a spanking. Daddy got a spanking.
You're gonna get the next one.
Girl, your skin is glowing.
Oh, thank you, Anne. That is really sweet. I'm going to go put on some coffee.
Is she pregnant again?
No, why'd you ask?
I don't know. She looks a little squatty.
Did she just call me Swatty?
No, she said you're a hottie.
I was trying to say that you looked radiant, so I just assumed that you were pregnant because you were always prettier when you were pregnant.
What's that got to do with squatting?
Well, that just happens when you're eating for two.
But I'm not eating for two, I'm eating for one.
May I have some cream for my coffee?
Michael, can you tell your mother she can get her own cream?
Ma, that was rude.
What? I'm just calling it like I see it.
But you're in her house.
I thought we were in my son's house.
But not your favorite son, huh?
Oh, no. Nope. This would never happen at Kenny's house. He wears the pants over there.
You know what, Ma? I love you to death, but you cannot come in my house and insult my wife.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't talk to your mother like that, Michael.
And who are you to tell me how to talk to her when you never talk to her at all?
Please, don't speak to your father in that tone of voice.
You know what? You two are impossible.
Well, now, if we're impossible, why don't we just go home?
Yeah, why don't you? Unless the hemorrhoid is stuck to the chair.
Michael, we are the most dysfunctional family I have ever heard of, and I just finished reading a book about the Jacksons. Your mother and I are constantly bumping heads. You and your father are like two pit bulls, and what's worse is that they don't speak to each other, and the kids are starting to imitate them.
What exactly do you want me to do?
I just want you to go talk to your father and get him to speak directly to her when they're in our house.
Why don't I start off with something simple like getting Farrakhan to sing Hava Nagila? Okay, I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
I sure miss this neighborhood.
Yeah, well, come on back. For the price of your house, you could buy the whole block.
I'm happy in suburbia now. Look, I want to cut to the chase. I want to know when was the last time you talked to Mom, besides the time she was choking you.
Oh, I see what the problem is. You've got amnesia. You've forgotten you speaking to your father. I'll go call the doctor.
Okay, look, maybe it wasn't none of my business.
Maybe.
It's none of my business.
Well, you know you made a miraculous recovery. Congratulations.
Except when you bring it in my house and expose my children, your grandchildren to it, it gets toxic.
Okay, well, no problem. We won't visit anymore. Now, how's that?
Promise? That would be great by me, but I think my kids would miss you. Do you know that Claire and Katie believe that you guys don't love each other? That's not what I remember growing up.
Look, this may come as a major shock to you, but see, your mother and I are happy. We have worked things out the way we want them.
How, by ignoring each other? I don't see how she's put up with you all these years.
Oh, don't make me go for my belt.
I'm not scared of the belt no more. I got my own belt.
Nobody loves those children more than I do.
Then prove it. Come over to the house and talk to Mom in front of them. You know what? Make it an anniversary present. Not for this year, but for the rest of my life.
All right, I'll try, but I'm not promising nothing, okay?
Hey, Dad.
Wow. Hey, baby. Hello, Lorraine.
Hi, Mr. Kyle.
You look amazing.
Thank you, Mr. Kyle. May I please use your powder room?
I don't know if we have a powder room, but there's a toilet at the top of the stairs.
Thank you. Mwah.
Wow. She sure changed her image, huh?
Yeah, she did.
So, you've been treating her like a lady?
I sure have.
And?
It's bad.
Why?
Because now she's acting like a lady. She gave up cheerleading. She gave up her tight clothes. The only thing she's not giving up is the one thing I wanted.
Junior, you've done a great thing for this girl. Look at her. You gave her self-esteem. You know what? She's always going to remember you. In time, friendships grow. They turn into something else, something more.
Oh, no, we're friends now. She tells me all her secrets like we're girlfriends. Once you know a woman's secrets, party's over.
Why? What did she tell you?
For one thing, she stuffs her bra.
Well, there's a bright side to that.
Which is what?
Now you're not getting only half of what you weren't getting.
Dinner was delicious. Actually, I was surprised to be invited over after what happened the last time, but I'm glad.
Oh, Dad, we're family. For better or worse.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful night out. Wouldn't you say, Ann?
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that it's a beautiful night.
For what?
Communicating, talking.
Reminds me of that night you left me in that hotel room in the Catskills.
I went to get ice.
Anything could have happened. Burglars, they had coyotes up there.
I was only gone for a few minutes.
Well, how long do you think it takes to die?
I ran into a few friends.
For years. That is all I've heard. Friends, friends, friends. Oh, I'm going to be late. I'm with my friends. Oh, I stopped off for a beer with my friends. You and your friend. You just friend happy, huh?
Yeah. Well, you solved that problem. You got rid of all my friends.
You don't have any friends because you're a mean old man.
I think what Joe was trying to say
And you
was...
shut up. Because I am talking to my husband.
Hey, you know what? Why don't we take a deep breath, relax, and have some dessert? Dessert, hey?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, and? Oh, yeah. Would you like some dessert?
You would love to see me have dessert, wouldn't you? You know I've got sugar. You would sit there and smile when I went into an insulin shock. And then you go run off with some young 50-year-old hussy. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Joseph Edward Kyle. That is not about to happen. Because I'm going to outlive you if it kills me. And let me tell you something else. You know that chair you like so much? I put something in it.
Oh, I know. I took it out. I put it under your side of the bed.
You just wait till we get home. Do you know what I'm going to do?
Oh, you're not going to do
Hey. Oh, okay, hey, enough. Listen, let's go back to the way it was, all right? You got something to say to him, you say it to Jay, and she'll say it to him.
Right, and if you have anything to say to her or to him, say it to me and I'll say it to them.
It's just fine by me.
Me too. Happy anniversary, son.
Jay. Yes. Would you ask Mr. Kyle if you'd like me to make a dessert plate for him?
Dad, would you...
Tell Mrs. Kyle I'd be much obliged.
Michael.
Yes.
Would you tell my husband that I want to thank him very, very much for at least trying?
Yes. Would you do me a favor?
What?
Would you tell my boyish, squatty wife that I love her very much?
Oh, boyish.
Squatty.
New York, the safest big U.S. city, but not for women.
Speaking of women, I want you to talk... Okay, Michael.
Wait, you gotta laugh first.